In 2020, I went from zero to making over $10,000 per month. I built an Instagram marketing coaching business fast. I got my first paying clients in May, and 2 months after, end of July, I was quitting my job. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeannie. I'm a social media and marketing expert, and I help small businesses and content creators to grow an audience on Instagram and convert their followers into clients. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you how I quit my job after only 2 months in business and how you can do it too. I'm going to give you some pointers and a few things that you really have to do in order to do the same. So to give you a bit of context, I always wanted to have my own business. It's something I've always dreamed of, but I wasn't really sure what to do and how to do it. So I worked in marketing for the past 10 years, so in corporate as a product marketing manager and digital marketing manager, and I got into social media about 6 or 7 years ago, especially with Instagram. At first I had a fitness account that grew up to 10,000 followers. You can even have a look at what it looked like, but I was your typical influencer in the sense that I had a lot of followers, but I wasn't making money out of it. I had a few deals for free with brands, but that was it. But because of this experience, I became a digital marketing manager for a company, and I grew one of their brands from 0 to over 16,000 followers in just 6 months. And that helped them get sold out on so many products just because of their Instagram presence and social media presence. That's when I really realized that, first of all, the power of Instagram to build a business, and second of all, that I was quite good at it. In January, I decided to put myself out there. I wasn't sure where it would go, but I knew one thing: I had to start sharing on Instagram. So at first, I started sharing without really clear intentions. I just shared my knowledge about marketing, digital marketing and Instagram, and I was just taking this as a side hustle, just a passion on the side. But I did give myself 1 year to find enough clients to quit my 9-to-5. So I started sharing around February, and I took it more seriously around end of March when the lockdown happened. I officially had services to sell in May, and that's when I had my first paying clients. And just for the record, I monetized this account with less than 1,000 followers, so you can definitely do it too. And 2 months after that, I was confident enough to quit my 9-to-5 and go full in my business. So with the 11th of September, Friday, it's 3:45, something like that, and I am weird because it's my last day of work, so yeah, I am actually leaving. It feels weird, I'm a little bit sad, but I just can't wait. So thank you so much for the me of January decided to put yourself out there, because now I am finally out and decided to do the thing I always wanted to do, which is working for myself. So I am super excited. And it's awesome. So how did I do this, and how can you do it too? This is exactly what I'm going to talk to you about right now. First thing is super important. It was literally a game changer for me. Don't be in a rush. I gave myself 1 year to find clients. I didn't give myself 1 year to reach 10,000 followers or something like that. I had this goal in my head to reach 10,000 followers within 1 year, but that wasn't really my goal. My goal was to find clients through Instagram. Giving yourself a goal is going to be important, because otherwise it's just going to be too messy and really you're not going to push yourself enough. But you need to make this goal realistic. Wanting to grow a business within just 3 months is completely delusional. It's not because someone else did it that you can necessarily going to do it too, because that's fast. Because believe me, building a business is hard, and it takes time, strategy and patience. And don't underestimate the power of consistency. It's really my consistent efforts that paid off. The problem with Instagram is that people accept instant results, or whatever it is, even digital or even in life, people want instant result and instant gratification, but that's not how it works. Building a business takes time. You will have to put consistent efforts in. Okay, the second thing is it will be a lot of hard work, and you need to be willing to put some serious efforts in. I was lucky enough in a way that I got furloughed in April, so really I only had maybe 1 month where I had to juggle between my day job and this side hustle, and also when I gave my notice for 6 weeks. But the rest I had time to actually, focus on it full time. But I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to really do between the side hustle and the day job. I had to work every spare minute I had. A lot of you ask me, what my day looked like when I was working full time and then doing this side hustle. Well, I was getting up at around 6 a.m. I was going to the gym. I didn't change finished that, I was still having a morning routine. But then when I got back, I was doing some engagement on Instagram before going to work. Then at work, I was obviously focused on work, but then at lunchtime, I would do like stories and more engagement on Instagram, replying to comments or something like that. Then afternoon work, and then when I got back from work, I would get into my business again. Well, side hustle at the time. From 5 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m., sometimes even later than that if I really wanted to finish something. And then all my weekends were dedicated to this, so 10 to 15 hours a day on weekends. Again, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I could have done this for a very long time, but I did it for a month and then another 6 weeks at the end, and it was, yeah, a lot. But once I was as well full-time in, I still spent 10 to 15 hours a day on my business. So you still have to realize that you will have to do sacrifice and you will have to spend most of your time, yeah, just working. Just a little side note though, it is really important to still look after your mental health and still have time for yourself. So even though you have to work a lot, I always recommend that you take 1 hour per day for yourself. So for me, I wasn't giving up on my morning routine. I was still going to the gym because it was important that I was, you know, healthy and energetic, etc., to be able to focus on my business. So make sure to have maybe an hour before bed or an hour in the morning to focus on your mental health and physical health, because that's going to be important. Okay, next thing you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to work on your mindset. I had so many doubts and I wanted to quit so many times. It really did feel impossible and very overwhelming to find clients, grow following, and all of these things. Even though I was supposed to be an expert at it, it still felt impossible for me to do it when it wasn't for another brand or something like that. Actually, let me show you something. Part 1 of documenting my journey. We are the 9th of March. And I'm working my ass off. I'm working every day and every weekend to be able to be completely freelance by 2021. And I've got about 115 followers on Instagram and about 3.5 on TikTok for the marketing one and 12.4 for the travel one. And hopefully I will finally stick to something. For now, I'm really working hard, and that's it. See you in a year. That's another thing, by the way. I highly recommend that you document your journey. So I filmed lots of little videos at every step of the way, even when I had doubts, etc. I just filmed something because I really wanted to look back and be like, damn, how far I've come, etc. I just really remember when I was filming this video thinking, okay, I really hope I watch this in a year time and that I have achieved something. And I was like, I'm really looking forward to be in a year time. And I really had this feeling stuck in my head being like, okay, you're going to thank yourself in a year time. And that's what really helped me to push myself and keep going even when I had doubts, even when I felt like quitting, etc. It was that feeling, be like, okay, put the effort in now. It feels hard, it feels weird, it feels like you have to push yourself, but in a year time you will thank yourself. Because it was hard to put myself out there day in and day out. It was hard to be, you know, rejected by some clients, well, potential clients on discovery calls. It was hard to keep pushing without sometimes seeing any results or not as fast as I wanted to. But let's put it that way. If it was easy, everyone would do it. As simple as that. So you're gonna have to be resilient and really keep pushing when no one understands you or no one believes in you or understand what you're doing. When you feel like you actually took a step back and you're not moving forward, you will be out of your comfort zone more than you ever had been before. So believe in yourself and really keep pushing. You have to be open to criticism, you have to be open-minded, and you have to be creative. That's why I really recommend that you picture that bigger goal. So like I said, for me, what really kept me going is really picturing where I would be in a year time. I was like, okay, in a year time I would have quit my job, I would have had clients, and I would finally live that, you know, life that I always wanted to live. I have more flexibility and be able to do what I want with my time. Because otherwise, if you don't visualize that bigger goal, you will quit too early, because again, it's not going to be easy, it's going to be hard, and if you don't vision that bigger goal, you're going to quit way too early. Okay, now a little bonus question, because I got asked this a lot, is when is the right time to quit your 9-to-5? My short answer is don't quit too early, but don't be afraid to take risks. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, but the first thing I did was to just calculate all my expenses, so all my bills, as well as the minimum to live, basically. So minimum I needed to live. Expenses, you know, bills, food, etc. Like this, I knew exactly how much I needed to just survive. And then I knew from that point how many clients I needed per month in order to be able to have enough to pay all of these things. So at first I had to find clients pretty much every month because my program was 6 weeks. Then I extended it to 3 months and it was much easier that way. But I had to find clients every month. So I needed to make sure that I could do this every month. I could find new clients every month. So again, I officially opened my services in May and I got I think 2 or 3 clients, I'm not sure. Then in June I got 5 clients and then in July I found another 5 clients. So at this point I was like, okay, it does feel like I'm getting clients regularly and I feel confident enough that I can find new clients after that again. And I felt confident enough, I felt like I was in a position to be able to quit my 9-to-5. So I did. But I also really want to push the fact I was on furlough, so it really obviously helped me to be able to work on this business all the time and not having to juggle between the both. And I think in July I would have not been able to do both at the same time. I had to do it in August and it was just very overwhelming. So that's my next point, is don't wait too long either, because once you're inside your business and your attention and your hours of the day is fully inside your business, you will be able to push more and you will be able to do so much more than you haven't had time when you were working on your 9-to-5. It means that it will be easier to find new clients, etc. That's why I'm saying make sure that you have enough to survive and to pay your bills, and if you have savings it's even better, but don't be afraid to take risk either, because again, if you believe in yourself and if you've been doing this for a few months, you will see that you can do even more once you're full-time inside your business. Finally, I'm going to talk to you about the strategy. I'm not gonna go into details today because we won't have time, but I wanted to give you a few pointers on what you can do in order to find clients and really build a successful business as well. So how did I find clients and what strategy I used? So first of all, I want to say I mainly use Instagram to grow this business. I say mainly because I did start sharing on TikTok as well at the same time as I shared on Instagram. I did gain quite a few followers and I did find a few clients through TikTok. So they found me through TikTok and then they came on Instagram and I converted them on Instagram. So Instagram is really going to be the place where you convert those hot leads wherever they come from. But really highly recommend that you focus on one strategy at a time. For me, it really was Instagram and a little bit of TikTok on the side. Okay, then the second thing is I had a real strategy and a plan in place. And by that, I mean having a strong business foundation. So that means knowing who are your ideal clients, doing market research, picking a niche and making sure you're specific enough, setting up an offer that you know your ideal clients will be interested in and that you know how to communicate about it. Then the next thing is I had a really strong brand identity. I made sure that I was really standing out on Instagram and that people will remember me and also recognize me. And I had a very strong content strategy on Instagram. I wasn't just sharing for the sake of sharing. I really put some thought into it and I was really intentional in my content. Whether it was for visibility or conversion, I really had a strategy in place. I also really focused on community building. This is something I'm very passionate about and this is really the thing I had in mind when I built my Instagram. And finally, I made sure to optimize my growth through, several growth hacks, anything that's around social media, pure social media or pure Instagram hacks, tricks, tips, etc. I made sure to optimize my growth, but only once I had the rest of the pyramid sorted. So all of that really helped me to have clients coming to me. I was focusing on inbound marketing, meaning that you don't have to go find clients, you're really waiting for people to come to you, so warm leads to come to you, and then it's just a question of converting those leads through, again, various strategy. But I wasn't using any cold DMing, I wasn't reaching out to people, etc. This is not something I did at all. I say that because I had a few people asking me, I know it's quite a popular strategy to cold DMing people trying to sell your services or connect kinda with strangers, but it doesn't resonate with me at all. I really don't believe in it, and I generally think they don't work, because when people try to sell me their services in my DMs, I just delete the message. I don't even bother to reply or anything like that. It's a simple of reciprocity. You give before you ask, and if I knock at your door and I ask you to buy from me, you'll be like, who the hell are you? What are you doing here? And no, I don't want your services. Thank you. Not even a thank you. I really feel like you're an old salesman knocking at my door and begging me to buy from you, which is not something I wanted to do for my business. So know that without a clear strategy and a clear plan, you won't go anywhere with this business. It's going to be much harder anyway to build a successful business online. You really also want to be solution oriented. I see a lot of people starting to blame anything else or anyone else for the lack of success, but every time I was facing an issue, I wasn't blaming Instagram algorithm, or I don't know, blaming people or blaming the lockdown. I knew people were still buying, and I was trying to be solution oriented, thinking, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? And what can I improve? You really want to have a good mindset around your business. Be open-minded, be open to criticism. Don't be afraid to try new things, and don't be afraid to invest in yourself. For example, I hired a business coach to really help me with a few things I was struggling with, or to give me that kind of external point of view and help me, guide me, as simple as that. When I felt stuck, or when I felt I didn't have enough knowledge on a certain subject, I bought online courses. And it's just overall that feeling that if I'm stuck and I'm really not sure where to go, okay, I'm going to invest in myself. Especially when you're service-based, there's not much investment at the start, so you can try to invest the money that you make. Remember when I was saying that I calculated everything I need to survive? So you remember when I was saying that I calculated anything that I needed to survive, basically? Where anything else that I was earning, I was reinvesting it in my business. Especially at first, when I felt like I had so much things to learn, and I'd rather have less money at first, but knowing that my business is going somewhere, and knowing that in the future I will be very successful. Okay, that's it. Bottom line is, it's completely doable to build a successful online business. If I did it, you can definitely do it too. But don't be impatient. Don't look for instant gratification, because that's probably the mistake I see the most. People really expect that they do a bit of work and then instantly they're going to see results. So I guess the thing that I really want to share with you is, don't quit too early. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed this video and it gave you the necessary motivation to keep pushing and to pursue your dreams, because it does feel good once you're there. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because I'm sharing with you weekly videos on how to grow an audience on Instagram and convert them into clients.